Hey guys! Oh my god. Welcome to another live. Welcome. Oh my goodness. Everyone drop a heart if you are in this live. I'm just going to wait for more people to come in. Hi, how are you? Everyone's coming in. Guys, drop a heart if you are in this live. What's up, everyone? Eee! Let me just get this comment situated. One sec. And we're going to be talking about discipline today and answering questions. So I'm very, very, very excited. Oh my goodness. I love your videos so much. Thank you. Hi, guys. Hi, Iron Faye. Okay, I'm just going to be pinning a comment. So before we get started, I just introduced a new email package, which is just one email session. I've been getting so many freaking DMs and just people commenting being like, I can't really afford the 3 email package right now. Like, can you just give me like one email at a smaller price? So I finally did that. That's in the pinned comment. So it's less of a commitment, but it's the same thing that I give my 3, 6, and 9 email coaching clients. It's just there's no back and forth, but I do give you the same manifesting routine and I answer all of your questions. Like, you guys can literally ask like 50 questions and I will answer them all, literally. The next thing that everyone is so excited about, I literally spend hours sending links, guys, to this because everyone just bombards my inbox. I have curated an 1,000 plus subliminal playlist over the past 3 years, and I have been wanting to just listen to it for myself. It was literally just intended for me. And then I thought, why not make it that everyone can listen to it? Because I did get a lot of requests as well to make it public. That's for free. So the link is in the pinned comments as well. You just type your email in and you get a linky link. You get an email to the link of the YouTube unlisted playlist. Now, there might be a warning. I still have a warning on this. I literally have no idea how to fix it, but it will say, warning, this link is unsafe. Just go down and click proceed. I promise you, I'm not trying to send you a virus. It's literally just a YouTube unlisted playlist. And there you go. You're going to have 1,000. And I add stuff in there all the time. So it's like literally up to like 1,013. So I'm so excited about that. So what I want to talk about in this video before I answer your questions, and by the way, I am prioritizing members only questions first and super questions, and then I will get to all of your guys' questions. Not to say that I'm going to skip yours. I'm just prioritizing the members and the supers, and then I'm getting to all the rest of the questions, unless there are way too many, which sometimes that happens and I can't get to all of them, but I will try. So I saw this TikTok 2 weeks ago and it has literally been in my mind for the past 2 weeks and it has helped me so much. And it has to do with the gym, but this trickles into every single part of your life. So this girl that goes to the gym all the time says in her TikTok, like, what's the difference between me and someone that doesn't go to the gym or just flip-flops in the gym? Like, the difference is that I don't want to go either. And I let myself feel those feelings. I let myself think that as much as possible. I let myself think it all day and all night, how much I don't want to go, making myself like giving myself excuses and putting myself into the victim mindset. But the difference between me and a person that doesn't go is I don't give myself that option. There's literally no option or reality where I'm not going to go to the gym unless I'm literally, my body is in excruciating pain, or like I have period cramps, that kind of stuff. But stuff like literally anything else. And I literally had cramps yesterday, but they were tiny. So I'm like, I'm going. Like, you don't rationalize with yourself. Like, we do not negotiate with terrorists. We do not negotiate with our fucked up thoughts. The thoughts that are just trying to keep us down bad. So that's literally the same thing with robotic affirming or any other technique that you are doing. You do not give yourself an excuse. Just like I mindlessly, and by the way, that video has been in my mind for the past 2 weeks. Like, I've been consistent at the gym because of this TikTok. Because every time I'm like, oh, I'm tired, or oh, I'm like not in a good mood, I just remember that, like, I don't have an option. I'm not rationalizing with myself. I'm not listening to my thoughts. I'm literally bringing my body to the motherfucking gym. Period. That's it. So in the same way, you don't negotiate with yourself and you're like, I'm too tired. I don't want to do sats today. I don't want to robotically affirm because I'm feeling really down bad. Let me just check if this person checked my story about them. You do not negotiate with your motherfucking thoughts. You just put your head to the grindstone, mindlessly affirm. Mindlessly do your techniques because you know that in the long term, you are going to get results. So discipline is everything. And I fear that many people in the law of assumption community just don't talk about that because like they're like, oh, you could just manifest discipline, meh. Or you're the creator of your reality. You can just manifest anything instantly. Meh. Like, okay, but have you gotten your thing yet? Like, at what point is it empowering, and at what point is that statement just holding you the fuck back? Like, there's a point where you have to be like, do I want to be a master manifestor where I say, oh, I'm not going to listen to anyone's advice because I could just manifest anything instantly. Okay, how's that going for you, Sally? Have you manifested anything? So the smarter approach, instead of shouting, that's a limiting belief, to coaches, is why don't you just try everything and see what works for you and then work with yourself. And then while you're manifesting shit, you can also at the same time work on your limiting beliefs and make yourself into a limitless master manifester. But for me personally, like, me getting my shit is more important than me just being a limitless fucking manifester right now in this current journey of my life. I don't give a fuck about that. I just want my shit. So I'm gonna fucking do anything. I'm gonna work with my limiting beliefs. I'm gonna do whatever the fuck it takes for me to get this thing because I'm prioritizing my manifestation above just saying, oh, that's not gonna work, or oh, that's a limiting belief. So just fucking do it. Stop whining. Put in the discipline, put in the work. At some point, you just got to do it and stop complaining. Because from my experience, when I do put in the discipline, that's when I do get my shit. If you want something specific, I'm not talking about living your best life and just, following your inspired happiness, which I talk about. But if you want something specific, like an SP, love, money, text, house, all of the above, beauty, like height, like, you're just gonna fucking go nonstop until it manifests. I don't give a shit about my mood, what happened to me today, if I'm tired. I'm not giving myself any other choice. I gave myself a routine to stick to. This is what pisses me the fuck off with you guys in the one-on-one coaching clients. If anyone has done coaching with me, You piss me the fuck off because I lay out a routine for you and it's so beautiful and detailed. And then after a couple of days, you guys come back to me and you're like, oh, I haven't got it. And I'm like, have you been sticking to your manifestation routine? And they're like, no. What was the fucking point of spending your money and wasting my time when I literally sat there channeling your energy, channeling what it is that your problem is, knowing what techniques work for you or not, writing down this fucking routine for you not to do it because you're tired or it didn't work the fucking second that I sent the email. Just fucking do the work. Not after like 3 days. Just like, don't stop after 3 days. Don't stop after a week. Don't stop after 6 months. Literally, that's another thing that pisses me off. I didn't know this was going to be a rant video, but it's going to be. Because apparently I had something to get off my motherfucking chest. That's the other thing that pissed me off. Oh, it's taking you 6 months to manifest this? Yeah, bitch. And then I'm going to get my shit and you're still going to be on your ass not having anything. Like, stop thinking like that. Stop, like, being like, it's either instant or it's nothing. Okay, then it's nothing, bitch. Then it's motherfucking nothing. Like, be disciplined. Be a grown adult. We're all adults here, I hope. And if you're not, you're going to be a motherfucking... If you're a teenager, you're going to be an adult soon. So you may as well start practicing now. Put your motherfucking big girl, big boy pants on. Stop judging yourself and your results. Put your working cap on and just keep on going. You have to be very professional, very mindless and literally robotic about it. Like, this is what stopped me from going to the gym. I would go for a week or for 2 weeks and I'd just keep on checking my results. And I'd be like, oh my God, this is going to take so freaking long for me to grow a BBL accusation worthy butt. The time is going to pass anyways. Hello? The time is going to fucking pass anyways. So just do it and stop checking for the results. Put your fucking cap on. Don't look at anyone. Don't look at the 3D. Don't look at your results. And just keep putting those reps in. Whether it is the gym or it's your manifesting routine. Pick one manifesting routine, even if you don't do coaching with me. Right now, get a notebook out and write down a routine for yourself. What I tell my clients is, do sats in the evening, set an alarm like 30 minutes or 20 minutes before you wake up, or even 10 minutes before you wake up. Wake up in bed and visualize or affirm very simply for the thing that you want. And then for the rest of the day, you're robotically affirming. And when you do have time, you are mindfully living in the end of that thing by affirming. So, like, if it's an SP manifestation, SP is in love with me. No matter what SP is doing or who he is with, he's obsessively thinking about me. SP and I are in a perfect relationship. You're saying that throughout the day, and when you have time, when you catch yourself just sitting there doing the fuck nothing, you're actually going within and you're like, SP is obsessed with me. And you're saying it mindfully, not robotically. And you're like, you're convincing yourself to the highest degree until you delude yourself that this is the truth right now in this moment, bitch. Right now in this motherfucking moment. And then you do sats in the evening and in the morning where you just know that he's sleeping in bed with you, or you visualize 5-second loop that you guys are holding hands and that signifies a relationship. You write that down for yourself and then you make a commitment to yourself. What does a commitment mean? You're going to have to do this when you marry your SP, guys. You commit to someone, meaning you don't switch up on the person. You are with them for the rest of your life. if you're manifesting commitment, right? So it's the same thing with your motherfucking routine. Stay committed until the very end. Not after 3 days or 2 weeks or 6 months or 2 years. I don't give a fuck. Yes, don't tell yourself it's going to come in 2 years. Of course not. Don't ever say that. But just don't think about the time at all and just keep going with your head to the fucking grindstone until it manifests, no matter fucking what. Like I said, like I always bring up the YouTube example. Every single time I was like, oh, it's been this long, it's been that long, it's been years, and I still haven't gotten my manifestation, or I haven't gotten my subscribers yet. That's what keeps you in the state of not having the subscribers. You have to constantly be like, I have it, I have it, I have it, I have it. No matter what, no matter how long it takes, no matter what you see in the 3D. That is what discipline is. And you commit to one set of affirmations, one manifesting routine. You commit, and no matter what, you show up and you do it. No matter if you feel sad or something fucked happened in the 3D or you're sick or whatever else the fuck, you have to be in the state. Like Abdullah shut the motherfucking door in Neville's face. You just have it. That's it. Door slam. It's done. That is the fuck it. Just like you commit to a person, you go back home after work, no matter if you're fucking sick or broke or like, I don't know, in a fight, you still end up coming back to the home, to your partner. You don't leave them. For richer or for poor, for sick or in health, whatever the fuck. I'm not married yet, so I don't know. But you know what I mean? Just stay consistent no matter what. That was my rant, and that was my first like little thing for this live, because I'm trying to do themes for each live before I go into the questions and answers. So apart from that, let's motherfucking go. Let's get into the questions. Again, I'm checking for members only and supers first. I was saying SP is my wife and I got so excited I couldn't say it. What do you mean? The Iron Fae. Like, but excitement's so good. I would just ride that wave. But yeah. No, I love that. You are like one of those members that never, like, barely asks questions, and you're constantly always like so enthusiastic and like deeply in the state, which I absolutely love, and it's really motivating for everyone else. Not that you can't ask questions. I'm pretty sure you did maybe yesterday from memory. I'm not sure. But yeah, I absolutely love that. How many hours a day do we have to put in? When you're not busy, you're putting in the hours until you get it. Like, I'm doing this live, right? This takes mental, like, I have to actually think, because there's like pressure being put on me. I've got people watching me. I have to conduct a live. I can't really be affirming right now or manifesting. And that's totally fine, because you're living your life. That's okay. That's not, I don't want you to just stop everything that you're doing. But if you're watching a mind-numbing show, then you affirm. Or you just, whenever you remind yourself of this, I know you're manifesting an SP. Whenever you think about your SP, and judging by your comments, which I see regularly, to me, like, you're nonstop thinking about me, about your SP. You're nonstop thinking about him. So the amount of times that you think about your SP is the amount of times that you would want to affirm and try to get into the state as much as possible. That felt so good to get out. Felt so good to get out, guys. I'm doing reps at the gym and in my notebook. Yes, exactly. This is the thing. If you guys, oh hey, King Vegeta. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but you were in my live last week. So fun. Literally, if you guys are like thinking about going to the gym or you are at the gym, it's actually really helpful for everything in your life because it all trickles down. It all intertwines. Because once you're disciplined in one thing, you become disciplined in everything. And like you're able to really like elude the reps and like the discipline of going to the gym with like a routine. So I really recommend that. That's kind of a hack. It's really like I've been going to the gym consistently for 6 weeks and it has really helped me be more consistent. For sure. It felt so good to hear. I love going to the gym, honestly. Yes! Who else goes to the gym here? I freaking love that. Rita, I love you so much. I have been manifesting a complete appearance change, but people from my past would have pictures of me, and I'm going to manifest being famous. So how do I prevent the pictures? I would just manifest your appearance and not worry about it, and maybe just umbrella affirm like everything works in my favor, and that will like those pictures will never resurface. How many times do you really see pictures of celebrities? And even if you do, and even when you like if you do see those pictures, you can just revise them to look like how you look now, like how you will look when you are your desired appearance. You know what I mean? And you can manifest you just looking bomb. And in the same breath, I mean, like from a realistic perspective, it doesn't really matter. It's actually like quite inspiring. Like if people, if you see someone that has like a big glow up, it's pretty inspiring. For me, anyways. I love you guys too. Sometimes when I'm persisting, I push away my manifestation. Sometimes I just think about one time I manifest almost instantly. It's weird. Yeah. And it can be instantly. But when you don't like think about it as instant or like not instant, it's just like people worry about the wrong thing. You need to be worried about your manifestation and saturating your mind. That's literally it. You're welcome, Angelina. I love you too. Well, excuse my French. I'm Russian. Does English subliminals work for me, or do I have to listen to German subs? I think, and this is just my opinion, unless, like, if your English is good and you can understand, it's gonna work perfectly, like, just the same way that it would work for a native English speaker. But if your English is broken and it's like you find it very hard to comprehend things, like subliminals aren't magic. They are literally just affirmations that bypass your conscious. I mean, that sounds like a little bit of magic, but it's not. It's scientific. Your subconscious mind is able to register it far quicker because your conscious mind isn't arguing with it. And so if it's something that you can't understand, in my opinion, I don't know everyone else's opinion on this, and I've heard people be like, "Oh no, you can listen to it." I would suggest making your own subliminals. I've made a YouTube video on this a year ago. You can just YouTube search how to make subliminals and make your own with your own affirmations. I also have a course on this because the video is just one way of making the subliminals in the way that I do it. But in my course, Subliminal Secrets, I go through literally like hours upon hours of different ways, from like CapCut to anything on your phone, different editing websites like iMovie, freaking Windows Movie Maker, like just all of these different applications for you to use. And I make it as easy as possible for you to make your own, because I do think that it's really powerful when you do have your own subliminals. Also, I don't really need to ask questions anymore. Yes. That is the best. That is the best mentality to have when you're not in question mode anymore. You're like just in the state of someone who has their manifestation. So it's like, what do I need to ask? Like, if you already had your thing, would you be asking how to manifest it? No, because you already have it. Period. Angelina, you are my favorite YouTuber. Thank you so much. You're welcome, Elvana. I need help getting my boyfriend back. Get coaching with me, girl. Because if you weren't here at the very beginning, go back to the beginning, because I literally was talking about that. You just need to set affirmations for yourself, find 2 techniques that work for you, and just anytime you're thinking about it, you're living in the end as someone who is already in a relationship with them. Yeah. And then listen to subliminals. Did you make that board behind you? So it's actually a whiteboard, and I have like these 3 kind of like canvases that I put for my backdrop. But the backdrop is like, there's a mirror there that I don't want to use because there's a ring light and it makes it all like, I don't know, glary, and I don't like it. So I put the daily affirmations for my background in front of me. But when I put my makeup on or whatever, I take it off and I put on my whiteboard. What can I do if third person constantly crosses my mind if I think of my SP? I would say they don't exist in this reality. I would literally be like, who's that? I don't know her. Watch Mariah Carey's like interviews where she's like, her favorite saying is, I don't know her. It started with J-Lo, but then it went on to like all of these other celebrities that she was having beef with, and it's as if like those people just don't exist in her reality and she's so unbothered. If you can embody that energy where you're like, I don't know who that is, they literally don't exist, who is that? And then you like go, you go and focus on your SP again. I think that's the best way to do it. You don't negotiate with third persons. Yeah. Rita, yesterday you posted a members only video. You have the thumbnail manifest as if your life depends on it. So can you please tell how to put that much energy and focus towards desire? You just have to manifest like your life depends on it. Like, are you happy not having your manifestation? You have to remind yourself that you want it. Because if you're not manifesting it, if you're not remembering to do your techniques, then you either don't want it bad enough or you don't believe in the law of assumption. And you need to like go within and like really ask yourself, which one is it? Is it both? Because then you got some work to do. It's like you have to want it as much as your will to live. Basically, it's like I literally am not available for a reality where I don't have this manifestation. So I'm willing to fucking do whatever it takes in order to attain it. essentially. I have nightmares with French subliminals, English ones too, but less. If you have nightmares, I used to have a different opinion on this until I got a nightmare with my own subliminal. I just assumed that it's because I used to think, oh, it's because, people put random crap in the affirmations, but I make my own subliminals. I know what I put in there. So I just assumed that it's your subconscious mind clearing out your blocks. So if you're having more nightmares with French, your subconscious mind's probably like taking the French one in a lot more. But in saying that, like I probably wouldn't listen to them overnight then. If you're having a lot of nightmares, I wouldn't want to have constant nightmares, right? So just listen to them throughout the day. I'm looking back at how I was first when I first became one of your members and how I am now, and I'm just like, damn. I remember like you were always asking questions, which is totally fine as well. But yeah, everyone's on their own journey. And I love watching you guys grow. Like it really makes me see and know and feel that I'm helping, and that makes me feel so fulfilled and purposeful. So I love seeing your guys' progress. I had one client who was in my Manifestor SP course. No, it was the Perfect Self Concept course. And she was just like, she was a teacher and her self concept was low. And then now I logged into my Patreon and I see someone recommended me. And I see, and it's her. After a year, now she's like a coach, and she's looking so much better, and it's because she fucking did the work in the course. She got her self concept up, and that's the kind of stuff I freaking live for. That's why I fucking do this every single day. It fucking like fuels me to no end. I can't even describe to you how fucking fulfilled and happy and like purposeful and alive and happy you guys make me, and your progress, and even just the comments and all of this stuff like just brings a tear to my eye. So thank you guys for listening to me applying what I've been working on myself for years, and now I can finally like share it and feel like I'm confident to be a coach and actually see that people are utilizing what has worked for me and they're fucking living their best lives. Because sometimes as a coach, like you're because you're always in that mode of solving problems and like answering questions, you're like, fuck man, is anyone actually applying my shit? But then I zoom out and I see that people are actually listening and they're fucking leveling up in life. And it makes me so fucking happy to see. Like, I just can't even put it into words correctly. Welcome, Emily, to the members. Baddie tier. I'm so excited to have you. Oh, let's answer some questions. Best coach ever. Thank you, LV Keyshot. Don't know how to pronounce that. You're welcome. Anytime I see 888, it gets me so freaking happy. I get so excited. Emily, okay. People keep on saying that you don't need to believe to manifest, but to act as if so I can you live in the end without believing. So how can you live in the end without believing? Okay, let's read that again. People keep on saying that you don't need to believe to manifest. Yes. But to act as if you have to live in the end without believing. So, in my opinion, I think that believing works much faster than not believing. There, I fucking said it. But And literally, like, there are so many coaches saying so many things, like, coaches' opinions are like assholes. Everyone has them, or coaches always have their fucking opinions, like, because everyone's just working with what they, what works for them, I guess. But every time, not like believe, I think maybe you're misinterpreting, like, you don't have to, what they mean is, like, you don't have to fully believe, but you basically have to, like, delude yourself into knowing that it is in your reality right now. And there is a massive difference, because I talked about this when I was just blowing up. YouTube search, you don't have to believe Rita Kaminsky, because I explain it so freaking clearly there. Like, you can remember and you can know for a fact that, you know, I don't know, the World War II ended in 1944, 1945, whatever. But, like, you don't have to believe it with all of your heart and might that it's coming or it's here. Like, that's the same thing. Like, you know it for a fact, but you're not, like, really attached to believing it and knowing that it's coming. You're just embodying and identifying it. But at the same time, like, all of that is just semantics, really, at the end of the day. Living in the end is just you already being that person. I don't really see that as, like, fully believing, because you're not believing in something that's going to come, because believing also implies that this is something that might exist or might not exist. It's something out there. Whereas living in the end is like believing shouldn't even, like, come across your mind at all in law of assumption. When I say believing is better, I mean, like, mindfully affirming and living in the end when you are manifesting throughout the day. Because there's a difference between, like, deciding, living in the end, and just saturating your mind and doing it mindlessly. So that's what I kind of mean about believing. But just, you gotta trash believing out of your fucking mind, out of your system in law of assumption. You're in the law of assumption now. You're in the crew that believes that they have it right now. They identify with it. So that's no believing. It's like if you see God, literally, imagine you see God in front of you right now. Like, he has literally become a person and he's glowing and shit. And he's like, Emil, I exist. Would you say, I believe in God? No, you'll be like, God fucking exists. I've literally experienced him. Do you know what I mean? So you're identifying and you are living as the person now. Also, please get fucking acting as if. I don't mean to swear at you. I don't mean it like that, but I'm just really passionate about this. Get acting as if out of your vocabulary too, because that's law of attraction shit. Acting as if also implies that you don't have it. Like, I'm not acting as though I have 1 million subscribers. Like, I'm not sitting here and I'm like, what would the Rita that has 1 million subscribers do right now? She would hire an editor. She would not reply to her comments, because that's what big YouTubers do. Like, no, bitch. I'm not calling you a bitch. You know how I talk here. I'm not calling anyone a bitch. But no, I am identifying and I'm living as the person right now who has 1 million subscribers. That's it. That's done. Next. What am I doing now? Now I'm thinking, oh, I want to do live so I can talk more with my people. Oh, I want to hire an editor because I just have so many things to do. Like, you're not acting as if you're literally living in the end. You are already that person right now. And from that, you're not like, what would the me do that has this SP or this money or whatever? You're like, I have it now, so let me just live my life. And any decision from that, anything that stems from that is you taking inspired action, living in the end, whatever. And that's also going to help you get more to your manifestation. It's like your manifestation's kind of meeting you halfway because you're already living in the end. You're doing all the shit, not that you have to put in action. But if you have inspired action, actually, this is what I was talking about yesterday. I posted on TikTok. I think I posted on my TikTok. I was like, I lost my train of thought, guys. I literally just lost my train of thought. Watch my TikTok, I guess. I think my subconscious mind's trying to pitch TikTok, so just go watch my TikTok because I totally forgot what I was gonna say. Let's keep it moving. You slay. I get it right now. Yay, Emil. I'm so happy that I helped. My inspired action was watching this live. Yes. I love inspired action. That's what it was. Okay. So this kind of this is what I was talking about in my TikTok. This is what I was alluding to at the very beginning of this live, where people are like, oh, it has to come instantly. It has to come instantly. If it's not coming instantly, then I'm shut. This shit doesn't exist. This doesn't work. I can't do it properly. Like, you can take inspired action. Do whatever the fuck it takes. Not from a desperate energy, but from an empowered energy of, I already have it right now, so let me go live my life. Not looking at the clock being like, where is it? For example, this is what I brought up in my TikTok. If you're manifesting youthful skin, right? And then you wake up the next morning and you look in the mirror and you're like, what the fuck? I don't have youthful skin. I fucking look 60 years old. What is this? Law of assumption is a scam. No, calm the fuck down. You might be resistant to, looking 20, 30, 40 fucking years younger. That's not to say be completely shut off to miracles, or, I mean, it's not a miracle because it's law of assumption, but like instant manifestations. Don't be completely shut off to it, but also don't be completely shut off to the fucking inspired action. If you are inspired to get Botox or a fucking Kris Jenner facelift, go and do that. Go and do that, queen. What was that show? The Pill or something? I don't remember. It was like a year or two ago where everyone was popping up with like new faces. It was like Christina Aguilera, and everyone just looked like slay, like so youthful. Yeah, go do that if you're resistant. Your manifestation is trying to get to you in the fastest way possible. And maybe you're resisting something, but then you have a sign to go somewhere, meet someone, do this procedure, listen to this subliminal, whatever the fuck it is, and then you get your manifestation through that way. So just my point is, be open to anything. Be open to instant manifestations and be open to inspired action. I'm not going to sit in my fucking room affirming and doing sats and not uploading videos. It's not what you do, it's the energy behind what you do. So for example, if you're getting Botox because you're desperate and you really, really want something, so you just have to put in the action from a lack mindset, from a fear mindset, the results aren't going to be the same, and that's not following inspired action, and that's not your manifestations unfolding. That's just you being fearful. In the same way where if I'm constantly uploading YouTube videos, and my energy behind it is I must post every day, I must go on live every day, I must talk to everyone every day, I must copy people, I must, like, I don't know, buy followers and views and shit, because I need to get to 1 million subscribers. That's not your manifestation unfolding, hun. That's you acting from fear. Whereas, like, if you rearrange your energy and you're like, I have 1 million subscribers now. Cool. I literally will feel sick if I don't upload something right now. Like, it will feel unnatural for me not to talk to you guys. I want to go on this live. I want to offer different, like, packages and ways into my world. Because I'm just excited to fucking do that. That's my manifestation also unraveling. So be open to both. Was that the short of how your boyfriend was fixing the cabinet for the manifestation? Yes. Yeah, that was exactly it. Yeah, because so I got sent this free cabinet, which was freaking huge, and my boyfriend started making it. It's freaking huge, so it takes a while. And then he got a call from his friends being like, what are you doing? You want to hang out? And he's like, I'm building this thing for this cabinet for my girl. And his friends are like, haha, why doesn't she just manifest it to already be, like, constructed or whatever, or, like, built? Or why did she just, I don't remember exactly what they said. Why did she manifest someone to, like, do it for her? And he's like, I guess she did, because he was doing it for me. He was building the cabinet. That's people's mentality that don't know about manifestation at first, or are just beginners. Like, why don't you just manifest it? Like, bitch, I am. Like, this is the unfoldment of my manifestation. Manifestation is not magic. It's you being focused on your fucking goal. At the end of the, oh my god, sign. As soon as I said goal, there's a goal at the top of the top chat. By the way, let me change it from top chat to live chat. What the hell? Yeah, I did manifest it. Duh. Like people just think that don't know about manifestation, or who are just don't get it yet, or are beginners, that, like, you manifest and it just appears instantly, which it can magically appear, but sometimes that's just not the case. Or sometimes it comes through a realistic way, like your boyfriend doing, like, fixing the cabinet, like building the cabinet for you. That's the path of least resistance. The fuck I look like walking to my living room and the cabinet's already, like, just popped up out of nowhere. I'd be like, what the fuck? How did this cabinet just build itself? You know what I mean? And that can happen, by the way, but I'm saying I'm resistant to it. So, like, my mind is going to construct in a way where it makes sense for me logically. How do we know what actions to take? That is a great question. I freaking love talking about this. If you don't know what action to take, that means you're not meant to take any action. Right? So if I'm manifesting 1 million subscribers, and this happened to me, by the way, I literally feel like I don't want to post anything. There have been times you've seen I haven't posted for like a week or two or whatever, and I didn't really interact with y'all. That was my fucking inspired action. Maybe I needed to go away to bring my energy back, or learn something new about law of assumption, or just take a fucking chill pill and detach for a while. Like, I don't know. It's not my fucking job to figure out the why. I just know that everything, every single second of the day is bring me to my manifestation. I suggest you have the same assumption. But what inspired action is like, it will feel like absolutely it will make no sense not to do this thing. Like, it's just something that is the next logical step. Think about, like, when you want to eat versus when you don't want to eat, right? when you're full and satiated, you're not thinking about food, you're not thinking about what should I eat, you're not thinking about let me walk to the kitchen and grab something. Whereas when you're hungry, the next logical action is to walk to the kitchen and grab yourself some food, or order Uber Eats, or go to the grocery store, or go to a restaurant, whatever the fuck, like whatever the first thing is that makes you feel the most comfortable, feels the most natural. That is the same as you getting inspired action from things. And if you don't have it, that means you're not meant to do anything. But if SP and I are in no contact and at a distance, in that case, what inspired action looks like, how to and what to do. Because I'm manifesting my SP, but I never feel the urge to text him, then don't do anything. That's the thing, guys. If you don't feel anything to do, you're not meant to do a goddamn single thing. And the next question from someone else might be like, what if I really want to text him? You got to ask yourself. This brings me back to my other point. Are you doing it out of desperation, or are you doing it out of love and joy and happiness? You have to be self-aware in order to do inspired action correctly. You just have to be honest with yourself. I'm able to be honest with myself. So, like, yeah, that's what I said at the start. Like, it's not the action that you do. It's never the action, text or not text. It's about, what is my energy behind this? What do I feel when I do this? I kind of have the same thing, like when I was in my early 20s, one of my big things is I really like, it's always been super easy for me to manifest SPs, but it's always been hard for me to manifest like good friendships. And like at the beginning, when I was like in my early 20s, I don't want friends now. Like, I'm so freaking into my business, I don't give a fuck. But at the beginning, like in my 20s, that's all I would care about before I knew manifesting. It's like, if I acted out of anxiety or what's wrong with me, let me just do something to get more friends. It never came out correctly. Or I attracted people that just ended up not being right for me. Like, oh my God, let me go on freaking Bumble BFF to become friends with someone, and then it would just be fucking awkward. Whereas if I'm like, when I let it go, oh my God, she said the L word, let it go. But like, I did let it go because I kind of stopped giving a fuck. But you don't have to let it go. You can just be like, I have friends, or I have my SP. My SP is with me. What the hell? Like, my SP is texting me. And you start embodying that energy, you will start getting inspired action to do something. Maybe it will have nothing to do with that text. Maybe you will want to just come out, grab a fucking milkshake, take a photo of the milkshake, post it on stories. And something about that photo really deeply touches your SP, and then he messages you about it. I don't freaking know. That just came out of my mind. It doesn't have to be that, obviously, but you understand the gist. It's just from you living your life is your inspired action. Like, whatever feels like the most next natural step. And so like two examples of like kind of naturally manifesting the friendships, because this can go with SPs too. When I was manifesting moving to New York, I had inspired action to just watch absolutely every single vlog that ever existed on day in the life of New York, like living in New York, right? And I kind of imagine myself like filming those vlogs. And by the way, I did. I ended up like, they're still on YouTube. You can search them, like NYC Diaries. But before I ever posted them, I would manifest that I would be posting those freaking lives. I mean, not lives, vlogs. Freaking beautiful. Manifestation is so beautiful. But anyways, I came across maybe five vlogs that had like a small amount of subscribers and views to them. Not that I really cared or noticed, because I was watching every single vlog. But something in me, I just wanted to comment on this YouTuber's video. I wanted to say something. I did this to like 3 of them. Not because I wanted to have friends. Let me comment so I can have friends. No, I was just living my freaking life. I was focused on my New York manifestation, actually. And what ended up happening was all those 3 separate YouTubers actually followed me on Instagram. We kept up in contact. It took me a longer to manifest New York. So I was literally talking to them on Instagram for about a year. This is before I knew law of assumption, so I manifested a lot longer. It took me longer, but what ended up happening was I moved to New York because I kept in contact with those 3 girls that didn't know each other. I literally got into 3 friend groups instantly. 2 of them being Australian, one of them being like from California, but they moved to New York, and it was freaking beautiful. And it was just like a freaking friend tree, because then I'd get into that group and then I'd meet all their friends, their friends, their friends. I was a freaking social butterfly in New York. And it was all because I followed my inspired action. You're welcome, guys. If we get all of that, but in that moment it triggers us, what can we do about it? Like, just assume, or is there another technique that could be helpful to remind us who we are and what we can do? What moment triggers you specifically? Like, just assume, or is there another technique? This isn't really a technique, but if you get triggered over your manifestation, what I always talk about is following your happiness. So you distract yourself and you do what feels good in each moment, which kind of ties back into what I was just talking about with the New York friends. You will get your manifestation because you're like distracted doing something else and you're not triggered anymore. But the second that you're not triggered again, I would recommend to go back to manifesting that thing. But always just feel like, always know and be self-aware of how your body feels. Do you feel good or do you feel bad? If you feel bad, I would kind of take a break from manifesting and I would detach and just follow what makes me feel good in each moment. And then you'll start thinking about, you'll start getting into a good mood again. You'll start thinking about your manifestation in kind of like a higher perspective, and you'll start manifesting again, and it will be so much more powerful. By the way, guys, I'm getting a lot of questions and my answers are very long-winded, so they keep piling up. And like I said at the beginning of the live, my priority is members only first and supers. So if you really want your question answered, I would recommend joining members only, because you will always get priority answers over everyone, or do a super, whatever floats your freaking boat. But at first I'm answering like the members only questions, and then I'm going back up and checking all the other ones. What if something you did out of fear later felt like it actually was inspired action? I feel like that's overthinking. Just, you might have an assumption that everything works out for you no matter what you do. And to be honest, it does. Like, no matter, you can't fuck it up even if you tried. No matter what, you're still going to get your manifestation. If you believe that that's it, that's what is going to happen. I've fucked up over like my time manifesting, and I still got my manifestation. Because there's grace to this, and there's also like your assumption helping you, just taking you to your manifestation no matter what. But it's not a matter of if your manifestation will come, it's a matter of when. So why law of assumption is so powerful is we can actually direct our thoughts more clearly and get our manifestation much faster. But I wouldn't think of it too deeply because you're just going to confuse yourself. Just do what feels good. If you act out of fear, that's fine. Everything works out for me anyways, but just keep chugging along. Keep doing your best. I love these stories. Yay! I'm happy you do. Someone said they like this mug. This is kind of like an ironic mug that I got in Thailand. Hey, you deal with stress your way and I'll deal with it my way. And it's a freaking whooped dog. I freaking love it. It's so silly. Oh, everyone's saying they love hearing these stories. Yay, I'm so happy. If you guys have any specific life questions, I would recommend booking coaching. I just created a 1 email session, so you don't have to go all out for the 3 emails if you don't want. And also you can do recurring payments for the 1 email session. I lay out a very detailed manifesting routine and I answer all of your freaking questions that you have. Because if I answer all of these questions, I'm going to be here 24 hours. So in the judging by the rate of how detailed all of my answers are right now, it's super cute. Thank you. But yeah, that link is in the pinned comment. You saying that is exactly what I needed to hear. Yay! I'm so happy. King Vegeta. You being here for 24 hours sounds like a good time. What time is it in Australia? 2:55 p.m. Everybody hit the like button. Love you, Rita. Thank you. Yes, everyone go hit that like button. How do I manifest and keep my manifestation for eternity? You just assume that your manifestations are permanent. And another trick that really helps me is once you have your manifestation, keep your techniques in your routine the same for at least like the next week to really solidify all of your manifestations in place, because sometimes you can manifest your thing and then it just like reverses back. So I totally get that. Also, there are so many amazing subliminals online where it's like get permanent results subliminals, and I find those to be really helpful too. I actually have a few of them in my subliminal playlist, which if you haven't checked, it's pinned in the comments. It's literally like 1,000 subliminals of other creators that I've curated for the past 3 years. So if you just enter your email, you get a link straight away sent to your email. And there are a lot of permanent result subliminals there. Those were the ones that personally have helped me so much because everything that I manifest sticks. It was only when I was just starting out where it kind of just like I'd manifest but then dwindle away because I didn't have that set assumption that all my results are permanent. But those subliminals did really help me. Thank you for everything. I wouldn't be who I am if not for your journey. Oh, I'm so happy. Thick Hawaii. That really means a lot to me. I love those comments so much. He blocked me and said I'm harassing him. Should I stop contacting him? Yes, definitely just stay in your mind and keep affirming he's so obsessed with me. And anytime you have the thought of wanting to reach out to him, replace that with just affirming. How do you manifest an SP in a small time crunch? You just keep affirming as much as possible. That's where saturation will help you a lot, and also quantum leaping. I'm gonna have a video about quantum leaping in detail in like about a week, I think. So yeah, you basically just step into the reality right now, decide that it's your reality right now, basically. That's it. And just keep affirming nonstop until that time crunch, but try not to focus on the actual time. If you can, don't look at dates, don't look at the time, don't look at anything, but just like gas pedal your manifestations, your affirmations. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon and day. It's dinner time for me in California. Enjoy your dinner. Shout out to California. I love California so much. I was there in 2022 and it was just so freaking beautiful. So freaking beautiful. I did a road trip on the PCH. It was just so much fun. It actually reminds me, like, the nature reminds me of Sydney a lot. Can I manifest a new biological dad? Yes, you can, Angelina. I just got off the PCH an hour ago. Oh my god. That is a sign and a synchronicity. I love that. I love the PCH. Freaking gorgeous. I love Russia. Yes. Ooh, we've got a few people from Cali in this live. Sometimes I'm talking, ranting, rambling, and I see some like words pop up on the chat. I saw someone say they were from LA as well, so that's cool. That's really cool. I'm happy that the like Australian time kind of is okay with LA time, kind of sometimes. You look so pretty. Oh my god. Thank you. Oh, San Diego. I've never been to San Diego, but I really want to go to San Diego. I want to just be more in California. San Diego seems like such a vibe. I feel like people in San Diego are super chill. Like very, very chill. Where are your cats? One is sleeping right next to me, the other one is sleeping in the living room. They have a whole routine. I walk them in the morning, then I feed them, then they just pass out for a couple of hours because of all the sun and the food, and then we go out again. It is a whole schedule. Don't worry about those cats, girl. They are spoiled to the max. Aliona, I'm in LA. Oh my god, there's so many people in LA. The Bella. Oh my god, so many people are in LA. I love that. Can you make videos on attracting clients? I definitely can. It's the same as anything. I have videos on manifesting money. It's basically the same. I would just recommend not. I actually talked about this. Someone asked me a question on members only about this yesterday, and I talked about it. I wouldn't focus on the clients. I would more focus like on the money, like how much you want to earn. But if you want to actually manifest like more clients, you just decide like a specific number and then you affirm for it, or you just decide that you have it right now and you use sats as well. Like I literally get this amount of clients per day or per week or per month or whatever. What is your course about subliminal? Please talk about it. Okay, so this is such a big course that took me so freaking long to make. It's not even a joke. Like one video, I'm pretty sure there's 7 modules, and one module is literally like 2.5 hours long. I'm pretty sure, where I just literally take you step by step, like for beginners, how to create subliminals not just in the way that I do it, but in like user-friendly version on your phone, on like CapCut and stuff like that. So the first module is about subliminals, what they are, all of the scientifically proved methods about subliminals. Like, it's just a lot of freaking research went into this, guys. And what I love about module 1 is you start believing more in subliminals, because I talk a lot about like the heavily science-based facts on why subliminals are literally like backed by even scientists and people that don't even believe in manifesting use subliminal secrets. Hell, I had a news like a big, I'm not gonna shout them out or talk about it, and I didn't reply to the email, but I had a very big news publication from the United States contacting me, asking me to be like included in their segment to talk about subliminals like as an expert. But I feel some type of way about the news and the media. Let's not get into that. So I'm not going to do that. But also, I'm just like, I have my own platform. Why do I need another platform? I'm against going on podcasts and news and stuff like that. Why? Anyways, I have such a big audience here. Anyways, so news publications are interested in it, like regular schmegular people. So I talk about that in module 1, like the scientifically backed stuff about subliminals. In module 2, I talk about how to actually craft them. So this is where I go into depth about how to actually make them step by step. I'm like holding your hand through everything, and I give you all of the different tools for the audio, for how to make the video, the visuals, like the free applications on your PC and your phone versus the paid applications on your PC and your phone. Then module 3, we talk about how to maximize those results, like how to actually listen to those subliminals every single day to make the most use out of them. Like I say, one of my big things that I say publicly is listen to headphones, listen with your headphones on, but there are so many other ways of how to maximize it, and not just listen to it once and forget about it, but actually utilize it and make it a part of your routine, not forget about it. And then module 4, we talk about advanced subliminal techniques, and then how subliminals tie into the law of assumption, like the scientifically backed like proof and explanation as to why it ties into the law of assumption, how you can use them both, and like how to use them in your routine. And then module 6, we're talking about overcoming blocks and the mistakes that people make when listening to subliminals, because I do get some comments. They are very rare, thank God, but there are people that are like, and actually it's crazy and I'm so happy, but everyone under my subliminals all the freaking time always say, I freaking love like this subliminal work so much, blah, blah, blah. I barely have any, because as I always say, my assumption is all my YouTube subscribers are winners. I have no losers on my freaking channel. So everyone, all my comments are always like, this works. He texted me straight away. He's my boyfriend now. Oh my God. Everyone at school was saying how gorgeous I am. But if there are people also that say, oh my God, subliminals don't work, and it's because you're not utilizing them correctly. So I talk about what are the mistakes that are so easily solved. And I talk about that in module 6. And module 7, I lay out the most perfect subliminal routine that you can ever have. And then like I just add like bonuses in module 7. But the reason why a routine is very important is because, again, you forget about subliminals. You have a freaking day job. You have all these responsibilities. You want to listen to regular music. You forget, whatever. This is how to properly use them to get the most results. So someone asked me about walking through my Subliminal Secrets course. Please talk more about it. That is it. That is the Subliminal Secrets course. If you're interested, you can enroll. There are recurring payment plans. Every 2 weeks, you pay until you get up to the full amount, but you get the course now and you have it forever. I'm actually creating a mini course. I'm going to be working on it like this week. I'm going to be gathering my favorite subliminals, and I'm going to be talking about why they work and how to use them and the freaking crazy results that I got from them. But more importantly, it's just to show that like some subliminals are more powerful than others. And like I have been listening to subliminals for 3 years. So those 20 subliminals are, and they cover everything like SP, self-concept, glow up. Those are the ones that when I listen to them, I'm not even joking, everything changes in my life. And sometimes like I'm human too, I forget all of this stuff, but every time I do come back to it, this is going to help me too, because I actually will have those top 20 subliminals that I can always come back to, because there's 1,000 plus subliminals in my playlist that you can join. I have a link at the top of the comment section right now. You get lost in the source because there's 1,000 subliminals, but this one's going to be 20 of the best of the best of the best that I have been using for 3 years, and nothing even comes close to those 20. So that's going to be kind of like a mini bundle, and I'm going to actually include that in the subliminal secrets on top of just selling it as like a low ticket offer for you guys, just so you have it and you guys can learn about subliminals that way. But that's coming soon. Literally haven't even started creating that, but yeah, I'm very excited about that too. So there you go. Whoever asked about that. Bye, Angelina. You manifested me randomly bringing up my successes, I guess. Yes. We love success stories on this channel. If anyone has any success stories that they would like to share, that would be very, very helpful, because it just hypes everyone up. It definitely hypes me up. So yeah. Is it compulsory to listen to subliminals on headphones? No, it's not compulsory, but like if you want to get the most out of subliminals, then yeah, I would listen to them with headphones. You came live and it made my day. Yes. Everyone loves my lives. Love every video of yours. I love your lives. Thank you, guys. I have so much fun making them. Her subliminals are always the best. I'm the one who always asks for the overnight versions. I can't even count the amount of successes now. Yes! I love my overnight subliminals. Like, the thing is, you can even listen to them like throughout the day. What I do is like, because I'm always, working from home, I just put on my subliminals on my TV and I just listen to it throughout the day on like loop, and it just literally plays for 8 hours. So yeah, whenever I don't have my headphones and listening to my other subliminals. Love your energy, Rita. Thank you so much. It's one of the best compliments to get. And I love that compliment. It's like, it's really the best. Like, you're pretty, you're gorgeous, you're beautiful, thank you. But I love your energy. Oh my God, you just made my day. I feel more myself than I have in months, and I don't really know what shifted, but something did a year, actually, a little more. I have noticed that too. And I love that. And it makes me so freaking happy. Because even like I can feel the energy behind your guys' like comments and emails and like whatever you guys send me. And you definitely seem so calm now. Because before, when you just joined my members only, it was such like desperate energy, the Iron Fae, or it was like fearful, something like that. But yeah, you are doing so freaking amazing. What energy do you get from my comments? Just chill and like super interactive and interested and engaged, entertained. Yeah. How do you relax into it's done? Or I already have it? By just reminding yourself that you have it. Like when you have something, like when you eat a meal, you're satiated, you're relaxed, like you're done, right? It's the same thing with knowing that it's done with the manifestation. Like you've already experienced it. I'm satisfied. I'm good. I'm chilled. What next? You have to embody that type of energy. And the best way to do it is feed yourself with that manifestation, just like you feed yourself with food. So, like, you're not going to be wanting something if you already can, uh, like, kind of engorge yourself in the manifestation, like, with all five senses, like seeing, tasting, hearing, touching, your manifestation, fully experiencing it in the right now and convincing yourself that it is the truth right now. So you don't want it because you're already experiencing it. And it's just about the more you can convince yourself, the more satisfied you will feel. That's what Neville Goddard talks about with the Sabbath state. And you do have amazing energy. Yay! Thank you, the Iron Fae. No, it's yours like your phone in your hand. Exactly. You just know that you have it. That's it. It's as simple as that. That's the exact opposite of what my teachers used to say in school. Guess it's because you're a much better teacher. Yeah, and it's also like you're interested in the content. So, like, of course, you're gonna listen, you know? Like, I don't wanna listen to freaking trigonometry. Like, the fuck? How do I not get triggered by the 3D? You constantly remind yourself that the 3D is just like a thought from your previous thoughts from like 3 days ago. You don't really like when you fart or when someone farts next to you, you don't spiral out of control. You're just like, ew, the fuck? And then you move on. It's kind of the same thing. Like, you're like, the fuck? And then you just move on to with your life. Like, your 3D is a fucking fart. Just continue on with your life. And instead of farting and eating stuff that's going to make you fart, just start eating nutritious food. AKA, stop putting in like thoughts inside of your mind that aren't going to make you shit yourself. Do you know what I mean? Instead of saying, my boss is a freaking jerk, you're going to say, my boss loves giving me raises every day. And then that's what's going to happen. So, yeah. Thanks, guys. I had less than 30 days to move. I manifested a tiny home for me and my animals. I knew it was mine, no other option. I had the 3D try to tell me no for 2 weeks until I manifested believe equals receive. Yes! I love that! Woohoo! Round of applause for Thick Kawaii. Does anyone else have success stories to share with the class? That is literally how I manifested my New York apartment in West Village. when everyone was moving out because the COVID rates started going like, because you know how during COVID the apartments were cheaper, like everyone moved into West Village because of the COVID rates, and then they all started moving out like freaking rats. That's around the time I started really getting into law of assumption. I'm like, you know what? Like, I'm living in West Village. When everyone was like, what the fuck do you mean? Like, people were living so far away from the office that had like higher positions than me, and I was like, I don't care. 3D is BS. I'm living in West Village, even though I wasn't like, no, I did get a promotion, but I did manifest that promotion through the law of assumption. But anyways, people that were even higher than me still didn't live in West Village. Anyways, all that to say, I manifested the exact same way. Like, I just believed that I could do it. I believed that I could live in West Village. I would fall asleep with the knowing that I'm sleeping in my West Village apartment, and then I literally got an apartment that was incredible. I loved it so much. My success story is this random girl I think is hot but isn't my SP. Seems like she randomly interested in me and showing me all kinds of attention, talking to me more, trying to start conversations. Love that. You dyed your hair recently? I just get my roots done like every 6 weeks. So yeah, I got it done maybe like 2 weeks ago. Your face is always so stunning, an ethereal queen. Thank you. Thank you very much. Don't know if this is a real success story, but everything's been amazing in my life lately and everything is working out. Yes. Of course it's a real success story. That's amazing. I realized I had been telling myself my SP was always busy because of work. And then I noticed I was creating that story. I decided to affirm he's always free. He texted me he quit last week. Yes! I love that, Ella. Round of applause for Ella. That is amazing. It's all in your head, guys. It is literally all in your head. Hadn't studied and have toughest exam in a month. How can I get top grades? You listen to my academically blessed subliminal, and then you affirm and do sats, and you saturate your mind, and you live in the end. I don't remember what it's called. It's like academically something subliminal, and read those comments as well, because people literally have gotten crazy results, like crazy marks, without even studying because of that subliminal. It's about 6 to 8 hours. 6, 7. It's about 6 to 7 hours. And yeah, you just listen to that nonstop. You're welcome. Do you believe in reality shifting, like waking up in fictional worlds or worlds that would seem fantasy compared to us? Yes. I believe in everything. If you can imagine it, it is possible. There are infinite upon infinite upon infinite realities. Like, I always bring this up when we talk about reality shifting. Watch Dark Matter if you haven't. Like, that man goes into all different types of realities that have all different types of things in them. The limit does not exist. It's just our mind that keeps, like, the issue is to make ourselves as limitless as possible first. To make ourselves believe that anything is possible. Listen, I want you to do this right now. Unsubscribe, unfollow, like, mute, stop watching anyone that restricts you. Stop watching people that say that fictional worlds don't exist. Stop listening to people that say that in order to do something, you must get something. You have to listen to people that make you feel limitless, like there are no restrictions. That's it. Anything is possible. You can have it now. I'm just trying to work with your resistance. If you feel like you must do steps, you can do it through steps. Like the limit does not exist. I'm all about working with yourself to get your want, to get your manifestation. But in saying that, also what is also separate to that is just sitting with yourself and fully believing and knowing that anything is possible. You can manifest anything instantly right now. Love your videos. Thank you. Hey guys. Hey everyone. I manifested amazing grades in my board exams. Everything flowed perfectly in my favor. Yay! I love that, VJ. Congrats. I love reading success stories. How do I revise my SP's age? Should I imagine that he was always that age? I would step into a reality right now where my SP is whatever age you want him to be. Like, and then you don't look at any other reality or any other sign where that says that that's not the case. Oh my god, thank you so much for answering. Your advice is a godsend, and I will listen. Truly motivational, unplugging tonight and getting serious about my desires. If you guys want this weekly, I mean, granted, I'm going to be on live every single week. I freaking love doing this with you guys. It's so much fun. But if you want more of this, and if you want your question to guaranteed be answered and not have to be on a live and like try to catch me every single week, because I don't know when I'm going to come on, join my members only, because I will be answering every single question. The limit does not freaking exist. Like any question that you have, I will answer in the next members only. And also when you do see me on a live, I will prioritize your questions. And I'm also prioritizing, I'm also creating a new tier called the Goddess tier. So in members only, the baddies tier, we only have one tier, and I'm also creating a Goddess tier, which is higher, which gets everything that the baddie tier gets, but also it's going to be the most priority in live chats, and I'm going to prioritize asking all of the answering all of the questions in my members only. And also I'm going to be doing a secret live with them every 2 weeks, and I'm going to be creating VIP ad-free subliminals where they can request like a song or a topic, and I will create it for them in the members only community. And also I will add them into my customized subliminals portal, where I just, if sometimes I make subliminals and I put them on YouTube and they get deleted because self-harm apparently. For beauty, glow up, and weight loss, YouTube does not like that. So I'm gonna add those onto my portal so I don't get striked. And yeah, so keep a lookout for that. That should be rolling out. That tier should be rolling out within the next couple of days. I've already created, I'm just waiting for YouTube to accept it, because they like manually review all of the tiers. YouTube doesn't want pretty people. Yeah, for some reason, if you want to better yourself, that means that's self-harm. It totally makes sense. I've been listening to your self-concept subliminal, and honestly, it feels like pure magic. Yes. That is one of the subliminals where when I listen to it, I feel like I've never done coke, but it feels like I've done coke listening to that freaking subliminal. And in that mini bundle, I'm going to be including only subliminals that make me feel that way. Like, Yeah. I'm drinking water. I was drinking pre-workout before in my little cup because I'm gonna go to the gym soonish. So yeah. But yeah, this is water with my 888, my favorite angel number. The quickest way to manifesting is quantum jumping. Someone asked me that in our members only Discord group, and I said that because all it takes is you just deciding right now that you have it, and reality has like no choice but to shift yourself into into what you just decided for yourself. But the caveat of that is that people don't do it properly. So what I say is you saturate your mind and you do sats and you robotically affirm to get there that way too. So I would do both. I'd try my luck with quantum jumping and I would also saturate my mind. But also like just believe that you can do it and do it to the best of your ability. I'm eternally grateful for your advice. Thank you, beautiful angel. You're welcome. I love you guys. Love you, Iron Faye. Good night. I was seeing tarot readings and it affected me two ways. When the reading were nice, I could feel it was making me manifest better, but not then all the things were going downhill. Yeah. And when you see negative tarot readings, just don't watch tarot. Yeah. Definitely just use it for like when you're manifesting well and you just want like support, I guess. You're just seeing it to hype yourself up more. Like if it makes you feel good, why the hell not? I love tarot. Like, I always freaking watch tarot card readings, pick a card readings. Not as much as I used to, because I talked about this in my last week's live. Yeah, if you haven't seen that, watch that. It was really like I had so many golden nuggets of law of assumption information in there. But I was talking about how I was literally addicted to tarot card readings. Like I would watch like freaking 20 per day. But no, I watch them sometimes and I only take the things that resonate. And the things that resonate for me, because I'm a winner, is when they say things are freaking gonna be even better than right now, bitch. You're killing it, bitch. Like you are the top motherfucking bitch. Everyone wishes they were you, bitch. Everyone's talking about you, because that hypes me up. That feeds my ego so much. I saw a tweet. I keep seeing this tweet and I keep reposting it. Like, imagine hating me and I like it. Like, that feeds my ego so much. Like, you hate me. I bring that like emotional side out of you. You hate me? Stop. That makes me feel so good. All that to say, if it feeds your ego, just do it. Like, if it makes you feel good, if it puts you in the state of someone that has that thing, if it puts you into the winner's mindset, yeah, watch tarot. Yeah, as long as it supports your self concept, do it. Everything in my life is perfect, magical, and easy. My favorite umbrella affirmation. I've also been called to affirm I'm living my best life too. I don't know why. I used to affirm for that and it popped up in my mind again and like, yeah, I'm gonna do that if I feel called to it. I was able to stop my hair from falling by manifesting. I love that, Guri. That's amazing. Yes. Looking forward to celebrating your 1 million subscribers. Yes. I already know. I'm like so excited about this. When I hit 500,000 subscribers, I'm going to do an iPad giveaway. I'm so freaking excited. So, Guys, make extra accounts and just subscribe to me so I can do that iPad giveaway because it's so freaking exciting. Remember PewDiePie? Everyone was making like 10 accounts to subscribe to his channel, and he was like, subscribe to PewDiePie. It was like this big thing. Everyone was subscribing to him. Let's do that. Let's get me there. Come on. Whoa, now I'll be manifesting to win a giveaway. Yeah. Let's get to 500K first. I love how everything always works in my favor. Yes. I love that. I love that affirmation. I have two desires. One is getting fictional men, and second, earning $1 million a month. OD 22, can I? And if, how? Yes. Yes. Of course. Of course you can do that. How? Pick 2 techniques and then quantum shift just once into the reality where, first of all, like, write it down. What do you want? I want this person, freaking Edward Cullen and Jacob to be fighting over me, right? I'm not saying that's what you want. I'm just saying, as an example, write that down. Edward Cullen is literally like a real life person, and so is Jacob. I forgot his last name. I'm talking about Twilight right now, because I love Twilight. We love Twilight over here on this channel. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Yeah, write that down like as if you have it right now. I'm about to explain it right now, Gloria. How to quantum shift. So you write it down. Edwin Cullen Jacob is my boyfriend. They're real people. And I'm making $1 million a month, period. You write it down on a notebook, and then you're like, my next step is literally going to shift me into a new reality. In this reality, Edward Cullen and Jacob is not only going to be real, living, walking, breathing human beings on this planet, but they're going to be my boyfriend. And also, I'm going to make $1 million a month. Yes, I am. Everything else in my reality will stay exactly the same, except for those 2 things. You decide. That's all quantum shifting is. You decide. Quantum shifting is deciding. Quantum shifting is deciding. I'm going to say it again. Quantum shifting is deciding that you have your manifestation right now. That's all it is. It just sounds so freaking fancy, but it's just you deciding that you have your manifestation right now. That's it. It's literally just living in the end. Literally. But I like doing an exercise because it kind of like it tells to your conscious mind that this is real right now. It's just a nice exercise to do. So then you decide that that's what's going to happen the moment that you step, and then the second that you step, you're like, wow, I've literally just quantum shifted into a reality where Edward Cullen and Jacob are my boyfriends. They're real humans, and also I make $1 million a month, period. And then you just continue on with your life, and you just do this once. You continue on with your life. You don't look at your 3D that says anything like against that. You keep affirming, you keep doing sats, and you just like, you ignore everything. Like, you can't tell me nothing. And it will literally be so. There have been people like go on like shifting YouTube videos. There are so many comments being like, I shifted, like blah 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 blah. It's possible. I manifested you answering my comment. Yes, I love that. Is it possible to manifest that my OCD goes okay and I am normal like others? Yes. I wouldn't label you having OCD. I wouldn't identify with that word. Yeah. I just wouldn't identify with it. I would live my life, and I would just affirm like everything in my life is perfect. And you when the OCD happens, you let yourself have it, but you don't put a meaning on it. It's just you living your life. Yeah. You don't put a label on it, and affirm everything in my life is perfect. Yeah, don't identify with a negative self-concept. Half right records. Is it possible to manifest everything at once? My appearance, lifestyle, personality, human qualification, so much more. Yes. So I was thinking about this yesterday, like, and I started utilizing this myself. Because before I would like manifest just one specific thing, and if I get overwhelmed, I'm gonna go back to this, and it's fine. But yeah, definitely manifest multiple things if you want. And like if you're called to it, yeah, you should. So I love using Roxy Talks's 360 approach, she calls it, which is basically like we all have basic human needs and wants, and there's like 7. There's like purpose, adventure, love, health, security, purpose, whatever. And like whenever you think of one category, you literally just live in the end right now. Hi Alex, how are you? You just know that it is true right now. So you're basically like, how I take the 360 method is in YouTube search. I've done a video on it, and Roxy Talks has done a video on it. Just YouTube search the 360 method on YouTube. Yeah. And basically I make it as simple as possible for myself, and I just say like whenever I think of something that I want, I use it as an alarm clock to remind myself that I already have it. So either you pick, like you can make it more complicated, get a notebook out, write down all of the 7 categories and create one affirmation for each thing, and every time you think about it, you just quickly affirm it. You quickly affirm it away. Me, I like to like think about it. Whenever I do think about it, I will live in the end. I will quantum jump instantly into the reality where no, it's actually my way. Like if I'm thinking of a problem, any problems that I have, actually no, it's this way. Everything in my life is perfect. Exactly, blissful nature. Everything in my life is perfect. You can also just use an umbrella affirmation if you can't be bothered like doing all that. You can use an umbrella affirmation, and my favorite is everything in my life is perfect, magical, and easy. I wrote down every specific thing I want on a notebook, and my affirmation is I get everything written on this notebook. Yes, that is the list method. That's going crazy on Twitter right now. And I did a video on that too. You can also YouTube search the list method, Rita Kaminsky. And I've done a video about that. It's basically where you write down all the things that you want. And then for me, I say like write down it's already done at the very bottom. And then your affirmation for like the rest of the time until all those things manifest is my list literally manifested. Everything I wrote down has literally manifested. And then you can every morning just read it over again and then continue affirming everything in my list literally manifested. Like it literally manifested. And why it's going crazy on Twitter right now, someone on Twitter was like, I'm not calling Twitter by its stripper name. It's so funny. Anyways, yeah, everyone in the law of assumption community on X is like, they're like blurring out their list, but then you can see that they've like crossed everything out. And they're like, the list method literally works. Like they write something in their notes or in the notebook or in a notebook, and they're like, I wrote this down November 6th. It's November 14th now, and everything on my list just manifested. Some people even like write, like they actually include what they're wanting to manifest, but yeah, totally works. I listen to the subliminal you made for me every day during my affirmations tapping. I've never skipped a day of listening to it. Yes! I love that. And how is it going for you, Alex? So, if you guys want to customize subliminal, actually, I'll give you guys a link. What what Alex is talking about is I basically created a customized subliminal for her. She literally wrote down like everything that she wanted, and I created the most specific subliminal for her that was, I believe, 8 hours, and it had like white noise or music. It depends on your preference. And like I created specifically for you, and you have it for like the rest of time, and there's no ads or whatever. Like you literally have the file. And yeah, Alex is listening to it. Hi Lisa, how are you? Alex listens to it every day when she's doing EFT tapping and affirming. That is freaking wonderful. You can listen to it, like you can literally like saturate your mind with it. So yeah, I only do one though. So either upbeat or calm. Hi mom. It really calms my nervous system. Yes. That's what I love about my subliminals, like especially with white noise, it's very soothing and it really gets me into the state. Hi everybody. Aw. Guys, ask me your questions because I'm going to go in like 10-ish minutes. 10 to 15 minutes. It sucks, Alex and Lisa, that you guys came towards the end, but I'm going to be doing more lives like every week. Every week. Thank you so much, Half Right Records. I would buy a loop of you saying affirmations with a bitch said excessively. Coolest use of the word since Jesse Pinkman. Oh my god, Jesse Pinkman saying bitch is iconic. Motivating as fuck for me. That actually reminds me, and thank you so much for the super. I want to do more like rampages on YouTube. They do really well and they help you guys a lot. So yeah, definitely I'm gonna do more like bitch like rampages and motivational topics. So yeah, that's a good reminder. Thank you so much for reminding me. Can subliminals make my relationship with my partner last? Yes, of course. That's a pretty good one, like, because any SP subliminal basically is that. You can also just like YouTube search like just relationship subliminals, because it also implies that you're gonna have like a lasting long relationship with your SP. And I'm sure that there's also like specific subliminals on YouTube and also SoundCloud. There are actually like good subliminals on SoundCloud too. And the only reason why I found that out was because I was obsessed with Egtopia. Does anyone know Egtopia? Because she was my leeway, my gateway drug, my gateway into subliminals. But she's back on YouTube, but I think her YouTube got deleted. Freaking, that's horrible. Knock on wood. She was my Abdullah for subliminals. My Abdullah for Law of Assumption was Roxy Talks. But what was I saying? Yeah, she transferred onto SoundCloud, and then when I went on SoundCloud, I'm like, holy shit! And also Beauty Crystallized, and she went on to SoundCloud too, and I'm like, holy shit! There are so many good subliminals actually on SoundCloud. You're my Abdullah for LOA. Yes, love to hear it. Do you prefer looping a subliminal overnight or doing a playlist? I like listening to my overnight self-concept subliminal every single night. I've been doing it for 2 weeks. 2 weeks for 2 years. Ever since I made that subliminal, I have been listening to it every single night. And my self-concept has never looked fucking better. I never question myself, what I say, what I do, how I look, no matter fucking what. No matter what. Like, everything is perfect because of that. But That to say, I listen to my overnight subliminal overnight, but then during the day when I'm around the house, I put on one of my like overnight subliminals on my TV, and then I listen to my subliminal playlist that I've curated for the past 3 years when I'm like cooking, when I'm showering, when I'm like just doing like random stuff, cuz it has like music in it. When I'm at the gym, it has more music than calm. And yeah. And if you guys want that subliminal playlist, it's literally pinned in the comments of this live. You just click on the link, put in your email, you get an email straight away with the unlisted playlist. But that's what I listen to every single freaking day. I love rampages. Manifest Like a Bitch is the funniest video of all time. Oh, I love that so much. My company has been voted the best in my area twice, but I also want to level up and be even better. What do you think? Visualize, affirm, or SATs? What do you like doing best, Lisa? I would definitely do SAT. Is that what you're focusing on like the most right now? Because I would use SATs every single night for the thing that I want the most. And then during the day, I would affirm like a crazy person for that thing and for whatever else I want to be doing, whatever else I want to be manifesting. Plus, you can just quantum shift into it every time you think about it. So you just decide that the reality is that you have leveled up now in your company, and your company has also leveled up, and you are at the top of your company. Your company is at the top of all companies, and you are at the top of that company. And you just decide it. And every time you think about it, you're like, my reality right now is that I'm at the top of that company, period. And yeah, you try to really convince yourself of that fact. Visualizing, probably. Okay, so I would bookmark my day like in the morning and in the evening before going to sleep to visualize that for 10 minutes. Like, how does it look like that you're at the top of your company? And you don't have to be super strict about it. You can just like free visualize, and you're going to get super excited. You're going to like get hyped up and just follow that feeling, but do it when you're not distracted, and set a timer and try to get into that feeling as much as possible. 100%. I'm hyped. Thank you, girl. Yay. I'm so happy. I get so hyped every time I do these lives. Like, it gives me so much energy, and I freaking love it. I don't super agree that affirmations are thoughts. They're inserted thoughts. But affirmations is just a technique. Fight me, bitch. I manifested that I became better at guitar. Literally have been too easy to practice much because of work. I'm better now. I'm locked in. Yes. I love that. The power of the mind is not a joke. Personally, I feel like ask-formations are more powerful than affirmations. I know they're basically the same thing. Asking a question just brings more feeling out of me. Yeah, it's whatever works for you. I love your content. Thank you. But yeah, sometimes I'm like, the monkey mind sometimes thinks itself. It's like I have a second person in my mind just talking. Those aren't affirmations. Those are just some crazy freaking like monkey mind thoughts that I feel like sometimes are thinking me. So those aren't affirmations, but affirmations will turn into thoughts when you use them, of course. But I don't think all thoughts are affirmations, if that makes sense, but yeah, affirmations are so powerful. If you're inserting those thoughts into your mind, they become thoughts. They're just focused thoughts. And that's what everyone says all the time, right? To get even like outside of the law of assumption, people that are like, oh, manifestation is freaking like woo woo. It's literally just focusing on your goals. That's literally all it is. It's you thinking in a focused way in order to get your desire. What do you mean? Instead of thinking, I'm a loser, you're thinking, I'm a winner, I'm always winning. Even if they are forced, inserted thoughts in your mind that you don't believe, that are robotic, mindless, you will begin to think as that person. You will, without forcing yourself, it just happens because that is just how the motherfucking subconscious mind works. Your subconscious mind just says yes to everything. If you say you're a loser, yes. If you say you're a winner, yes. It just keeps saying yes. Yes, 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 yes to everything. It is your yes man. So what are you telling it? It doesn't think for itself. So if you say, I'm a winner, I'm a winner, I'm a winner, but I don't believe it, your subconscious mind is going to keep saying yes, yes, yes. But does it really matter that you say you don't believe it? It still hears that you're saying you're a winner. So you're going to start like getting opportunities, or like, even like if you don't believe in manifestation, you could have been getting opportunities left, right, and center, but you're thinking you're a fucking loser. So you are closed off to them because you're identifying yourself as a loser. So you can't fucking see those things, right? So even if you don't believe in manifestation and you keep telling yourself you're a winner, you are going to be living the same life. But now your eyes are open. Your subconscious mind is now open to those fucking winning opportunities, and you're going to fucking become a winner. Like, it's just, affirmations have intent, unlike random thoughts. Yeah, exactly. Like they're focused thoughts for sure. And even if you don't believe them, your subconscious mind is just going to be more open to leading you down the path of whatever it's you're telling it, because all it can say is yes. It's like your sugar daddy. It has no freaking choice. It's just going to be saying yes. So what are you telling it to do? That was a very amazing thing to end on. So I'm going to end it here, guys. But if you haven't signed up for the 1000 plus free subliminal playlist, make sure to check that out. It is pinned in the comments of this live. You will literally get it straight away. If you want email coaching with me, I have just created a 1 email session, which is cheaper than my other ones, and you still get the same manifesting routine. I still answer all of your questions. You just get 1 email instead of 3. And you can honestly use it, utilize it, and ask all of the questions that you can, and I will answer them. So that is also pinned at the top of this live. And also, what I wanted to say was I have started doing challenges, and I'm doing them on my Instagram subscription service. So you join it, right? And then you join into the group chat. And we basically, my cat just opened the door. Hello. She's done with her nap and now she requires to be walked. So that is, see, this is perfect sign. This is a sign for everyone that you are on the right path all of the freaking time. Everything you do is right. You're at the right place at the right time at all times. Yeah, so if you want to join that, like, you can join the group chat. And also, I create videos almost every day talking about my law of assumption realizations and updating you guys on the challenge, and we chat and we encourage each other. So that is on Instagram. So I've also linked my Instagram profile on that comment too, that's pinned. What you do is you go on my Instagram profile and you just click on that like crown subscription thing. You click it, you join, you're part of the challenge, you're part of the subscription service. Right now we're doing the Hyla challenge, which was inspired by one of Hyla's videos. In the subscription, I explain why I call it the Hyla challenge. It's been going so freaking well. Like, we just make ourselves basically either do sats or affirm one specific thing. We keep each other accountable. So if you feel like you need some accountability in your life, you need some encouragement in a community that is fucking crazy and that will keep pushing yourself, keep pushing yourself and others, join that. Because I did sats successfully last night and I checked my analytics today and I got the most amount of video views per month that I had, even more than when I was blowing up in, like, initially at the very beginning when I was getting like 100,000 views, whatever. Because everything is on like the back end, and all of the back end is saying that like my fucking video views have gotten higher, and I've never even reached that freaking number ever. And it only happened when I did the freaking sats yesterday. And like, they help me so much, the freaking Instagram subscribers, because like we just all keep each other accountable. I'm like, I have to report back to these people tomorrow, so I'm gonna be doing this fucking, like, I'm gonna be freaking doing this correctly. So yeah. Hi, Mr. Isn't It Wonderful? Oh my god, that sucks. I'm about to leave. But you can replay this live. And I will be back on live on next week. I actually wanted to tell you, Mr. Isn't It Wonderful, because I saw on members yesterday you commented saying you were interested in my higher tier, which I'm still waiting on YouTube. It's all set up. I'm just waiting for YouTube to accept it because they like manually review everything. But in that tier, we're gonna be doing lives specifically for that tier every 2 weeks. So you can catch me on that live too. So you get 2 lives. And if anyone is interested in that, just keep an eye out. You can also subscribe to the baddie tier if anyone is interested in that, in members only, because I prioritize your questions in the lives, and you can ask me any questions on members only, and I reply in a video. So with that being said, if anyone is joining now or haven't watched the whole thing, I recommend for you to watch the whole thing, because especially in the beginning, I love that, Mr. Isn't It Wonderful? I'm in for all Rita. Yes. Love that. At the very beginning of this live, I got very angry and I was ranting for like 20 minutes straight. So when this video processes, just check that out, because there are so many freaking nuggets in this video, guys. So yeah, I'm gonna go, but enjoy your day, enjoy your night. Everyone is so freaking fabulous. You all are winners. You all are freaking master manifestors. Anything that you want, you have right motherfucking now, because I said so, bitch. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.